Nowadays, nowadays, accounting is far more important for businesses than ever before. Coastal communities are vulnerable to the rising sea level. The faculty staff are very approachable, helpful, and extremely friendly. The history department is very active in research. Students requiring an extension should apply sooner rather than later. It is really a comprehensive program comprising both theory and practice. We are researching on the most significant challenges we are facing in our society today. Please follow the guidelines for more information on setting the goals. For the purpose of research, data should be collected and analyzed. Key business partners are often involved in shared expense accounts. The summer course was canceled due to insufficient re-enrollments. Traveling by boat on the river is not possible in winter. Online courses enable people to improve their skills while employed. Students are advised to use multiple methods for this project. We have a lecture on the morning of Thursday. Writing an essay is easy once the research is finished. The development in the information technology has greatly changed the way people work. The lecture tomorrow will discuss the educational policy in the United States. He wrote poetry and plays as well as scientific papers. Consumer confidence has a direct influence on sales. It takes a long time to walk to the university. Lecture outlines are available on the faculty board and the internal website. New developments in manufacturing are constantly changing the way we live. Distance learning allows you to develop a career around your commitments. Accommodations on campus are limited, but there are more options nearby. Undergraduates have a wide range of cultural modules to choose from. The deadline of the marketing assignment will be extended. Undergraduates may pursue their specific interests within certificate programs. Classical mechanics is sometimes considered as a branch of mathematics. Students would develop confidence in their ability to think critically. A group meeting will be held tomorrow in the library conference room. Economic development needs to be supported by the government. This course is integrated because it has several parts. There is a clear need for further research in this field. Please note that the seminar has been canceled now. A celebrated theory is still the source of great controversy. Companies' projects must adapt to the General Data Protection Regulations. When parents talk to children, the tense is simplified. The exam system has been upgraded due to professional exams. Globalization has significantly contributed to the phenomenon of urbanization. She has made a significant contribution to the field of chemistry. Our workshops are open for all students on campus. The untapped potential of using the sun's rays is phenomenal. All of the assignments must be submitted in person to the faculty office. The urban geography degree includes the study of demography. Global connections thrive in academic communities thanks to social media. The course tomorrow will require higher skill levels. The results of the study underscore the discoveries from early detection. Many birds migrate to warmer areas for the winter. It would be extremely beneficial to work together. The universities provide excellent leisure facilities for students and staff. You should submit your team papers to the general office. Thousands of people turned out to be at the presidential address. The theater study courses encourage students to exercise their creativity. Imported packages are likely to be used in many computers. Scholarships are available for both local and international students. Food has become a political issue in the world. Please make an appointment with your tutor about work. Students were instructed to submit their assignments by Friday. Organizational failure is considered from various perspectives in academic literature. The introduction is an important component of a good presentation. The new media has transcended the traditional national boundaries. Scientists learned through the observations and the analyses of the human behavior. The theme of the instrumental work exhibits more of a demure, compositional style. All of your assignments should be submitted by next Tuesday. The essay will be published once the research is finished. Those who are considering a career in marketing should attend the talk. Parents are financially responsible for their children until they reach adulthood. The results of this research highlighted the importance of ecosystem balance. We can have a lecture on the morning of Thursday. An essay should use evidence from both primary and secondary sources. Nurses can specialize in clinical work and management. Research shows that knowledge and experience are essential to creativity. The designers will complete the plan later today. Some departments have their own specialist book collections. Building trust is not something that can be achieved overnight. In his lifetime, he composed most of the works. The other book isn't thorough, but it's more insightful. Collaboration between departments is a feature of successful companies. Art is an expression of creative skills and imagination. Humans use symbolic languages to communicate plans and intentions. We can work together to achieve the higher educational standards. A wide range of aspects are covered in this subject. Assignments should be submitted to the department office before the deadline. The university now faces a serious challenge of finance. Banks charge interest for money they loan to their customers. Despite their differences, all forms of lives share the same characteristics. Many vocational courses in the institution are funded by private enterprises. All students have their own styles of learning. All industries consist of systems of inputs, processes, outputs, and feedback. A good academic essay should have a clear argument. The marketing budget has doubled since the beginning of the year. In addition to the class requirements, students must pass all the qualifying examinations. Many diseases on the list have been eradicated. International exchanges formed the important part of our study program. We need to answer security questions if we want to reset the password. Make sure you choose a course that provides great career opportunities. Timetables for the new term will be available next week. The application process may take longer than expected. Many university lectures can now be viewed on the internet. Salt is produced from the seawater or extracted from the ground. The archaeologists' new discoveries stand out in the previously overlooked foundations. The degree is taught by using a mixture of lectures and seminars. Most of the lectures begin promptly, so do not be late. The student union hosts a variety of social events. You must set a security question when resetting your password. We can all meet in the office after the lecture. The timetable for next term will be available next week. The stock market cracked and had repercussions throughout the world. Strangely, people are simultaneously impressed by and skeptical of statistics. The economic strength of early Roman Republic will be examined. I thought it was through the small meeting room. We encourage students to complete their applications before the deadline. An architect requires problem-solving skills and an eye for design. The speaker began by giving an outline of her presentation. Remember, the prestigious election of stewardship has strict eligibility criteria. Some people believe that education should be free for all. Our faculty includes 5 libraries in the university. The notification will not be received until the following week. Archaeologists are astonished by unexpected, previously overlooked foundations. A visit to the Design Museum is of great value. Muscles make parts of the body close together. Too much information may be avoided by good research design. Firm conclusions can be established through rigorous experiments. Formal conclusions could be established through rigorous experiments. Reading histories involves a process of careful selections. Today, a number of students have volunteer jobs. Biology department is dedicated to research activities. The university's main library will be open till midnight until next Monday. The reception staff can give advice about renting private accommodation. Students are permitted to park in campus parking spaces. The horizontal line in the graph indicates there was no change in the period. We can see the stars that formed 13 billion years ago. More research is required in the field of food science. Implementation figures are expected to improve over the next few years. The academic tradition of the school ensures excellence. The library will stay open until midnight this week. The coffee machine on the third floor is not working today. Make sure you have saved all the files before turning off the computer. Sociology policies are the sources of the government to solve social problems. Scientists recognize different ice types according to the water molecule content. Even simple techniques need to be practiced to become perfect. Slides and handouts can be downloaded after the lecture. The government is funding research study on the consequences of unemployment. Critical thinking is one part of a broad education. Art and design is a competitive field to work in. The skills of great stage actors cannot be taught. Providers of higher education treat plagiarism extremely seriously. The capacity of programming computers is expanding enormously every year. Urban planning emphasizes efficiency and expenses of community. The renowned journalism will last for half a century. Every living thing begins as a single cell. The course will start with the history of architecture. The technology has transformed the nature of society. The falling birth rate means the number of students drops. Researchers show that spending time outdoors has a range of benefits. The university library holds a number of collections of geological maps. Our company must have independent financial auditing. Despite the protest, the chemistry department was closed down. The essay will argue that the technology does more harm than good. We will hold a celebration for the graduated students. Libraries in many areas were closed due to lack of funding. Our aim is to transform the mathematics teaching in the classroom. Agricultural development is vital for poor rural areas. We offer the visiting hours throughout the year for students. We support the research on problems related to tropical cyclone dynamics and forecasting. Open days for undergraduates occur all year round for campus visits. The university is seeking funding for a project focused on climate change mitigation. Urbanization increases the costs for other communities. Globalization in the modern world leads to economic growth. The university will seek a colossal renovation for the old, empty theater. Businesses must adapt to the data protection regulations. Creativity is more important to undergraduates. Sugar is a soluble carbohydrate, which is always used in sweet food. It is argued that students can learn more by collaboration rather than as individuals. If you are not sure, phone student services for help. Neurons are principally involved in chemical processes. Writing history is a task that needs careful gathering of different sources. Gold is a metal that occurs in a pure state. Medical books and journals have been moved to the second floor. At that time, people moved from towns to villages. Restrooms are down the entrance and to the right.